Hello and welcome to Best of 2023. My name's Kate and I work full-time in the health, wellness and fitness industry in London. I have some products and some services that I have been thoroughly testing over the previous year, and I'm really excited to share them with you also. I will share links to everything, so if you're interested, you can grab hold of them as well. Obviously, this is not sponsored. I'm not that special, so let's go. Category 1 is supplements. This brand is actually the hands down winner. It's the best of the best 2023. Will Powders by Davinia Taylor. First of all, starting off, we got the protein powders. I got both of them, chocolate and vanilla. So the reason why I love these so much, they are a animal-based protein. So you've got a full amino acid profile as opposed to plant proteins that you can that are not as comprehensive. These taste so good, and I've tasted many a protein powder. They're made from grass-fed Swiss bovine bone broth. So again, animal protein, you're not getting it from plants, you're not getting it from whey. Some people struggle, including myself, with whey proteins. They also have no crazy added sweeteners that like mess up your gut health. As opposed to just having protein, you're getting your fat in there as well, which gives you some sustenance if you do wish to use these as a snack. Next one I have are, let's grab these. They are nootropics. They improve your cognitive ability without a huge amount of stimulant. These do have caffeine in them, but they also have other stuff that feeds your brain and makes you switched on. It gives you a little bit of sparkle. These are great if you're not drinking pina colada, mojito and strawberry daiquiri, because if you don't want to drink, you can take these with you to the event, to the party, pop them in your water. They kind of fill that gap that we know it exists when you're not drinking, and then it also gives you that state of mind change that I think that's why most of us want to drink, is to get that change in our state of mind. But you get this here in a positive way. It doesn't make me feel shit the next day. I've been using the Electrotide hydration, which is electrolytes. If you're just drinking tap water in particular, you're going to need to add electrolytes in there. That's what actually hydrates you. The difference of these is the horsetail and the dandelion root in it. They are a diuretic, so although it is hydrating you, any excess water, any water retention, especially around premenstrual time, these are great. They taste great, watermelon taste, I do like those. I also have the MTC powder, which I put in my coffee in the morning. And I also have the collagen powder as well, which I put in my coffee and sprinkle in some of my dinner times that I make. The last thing I do have is the progesterone support. So for me, this hasn't been a standout product, but I think it could be good for others. Being a PCOS girl, had symptoms that started about 8 months ago. I've always had it, but I seem to avoid being symptomatic until then. So I've really been focusing on bringing my hormones back, and for me, I knew that progesterone was always an issue in the latter half of my cycle. I actually ended up supplementing with most of these outside of this one comprehensive tablet, but if you don't know where to start, something like this is great. She also does thyroid support, estrogen detox. That is my #1 brand winner for 2023. And my special mention for this category, electrolyte brand Vidrate, which I literally ran out of. I've run out of them so fast. So I'll just insert a picture. Same as the Will powders, they only sweeten with stevia, which is the only non-sugar sweetener that I don't get any stomach issues with. And they taste really super good. Customer service is amazing. That's my special mention. Category 2 is snacks. My hands down winner for this year is IQ bars. So I get these through an English importer, a small business called Health. They buy these in bulk from America. It is an American brand, and then they sell them via their website and also I believe their standalone store, which I have to get down to. There is peanut butter, there is chocolate sea salt, and there is also almond butter. It's the only bar that I've ever found sweetened with stevia and actually tastes good as well. I'll just read you the things on the back that it says. It says non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, complete protein, kosher, lion's mane, MTC, omega-3s, flavonoids, vitamin E, and choline. It is keto, so in terms of maintaining your blood sugar levels, this is a really good option. It's got 12 grams of plant protein in there as well. So if someone ever asks me, what's your favorite protein powder or bar? I usually say none, because I'm not a massive fan of most protein bars or things that masquerade as protein or health bars. But for now, these are the ones. My special mention for this category is the Deliciously Ella. They are the double chocolate caramel cups, date syrup, gluten-free oats, coconut oil, dark chocolate, cacao nibs, coconut sugar, cacao powder, roasted almond butter, maple syrup and salt. We share simple tools to help you lead a healthier life. Category 3 is food and drink, and again, another amazing find for this. My winner for this category is 3 Spirit, which is an alcohol-free mixer. When we go to events, when we go to parties, and we don't wish to drink for whatever reason that is, so I don't really drink that much. It's not really a teetotal kind of thing. It's just that I prefer not to most of the time. But there is definitely a gap. I feel the need to fill, and if it's not, the thought of it provides quite a lot of anxiety. It's got ginger in here, so it's got a really strong kick at the end. So when you're drinking this, you feel like you're drinking something special. Guava leaf, berry ginseng, green tea, apple cider vinegar, watermelon concentrate, pomegranate molasses. Just tastes really good. Add this into, I put it with some cherryade, actually worked really well. And I believe that there is also one which kind of is like an evening one, which winds you down. And there is another one as well, which is in a green bottle. I can't remember what that one does, but there's 3 of them. And this is my winner for food and drink. Category 4 is activewear, and my hands down landslide winner for this category this year, surprisingly overtaking Lululemon, pipping them off the spot, is Sweaty Betty. Sweaty Betty has really stepped up to the plate, and the leggings in particular, for someone who is 5'3" and has particularly skinny ankles. So this is the issue I was finding with the Lululemon leggings in the 7/8 length. Even when they are fit me lengthwise, the ankle circumference is baggy, and it just frustrates me. It's a small detail, but as someone who spends their life, their occupation, their spare time, everything in leggings or activewear, for me, that is super, super important. The super soft yoga legging, and also the ones that I'm wearing now, as you can see, they are the ultra high waist power sculpt legging in 7/8, and they are a perfect fit. Perfect. The quality is so good. This is also Sweaty Betty as well. The people that work in the shop are lovely, and they have really shone this year. I'm so impressed. I'm obsessed. They have taken the top spot for 2023. Number 5 is skincare. My winner for this year is actually an aesthetics treatment. It is an amazing product, but you also have to have it delivered by an amazing person. So the product is Profilo, but I'm only going to recommend it from Allysun Aesthetics, because that's where I have gone and who I have trusted with this. I'm the only person I would ever let near me with a needle anywhere near my face. She is so professional. She is so knowledgeable. She's been doing it longer than most people who deliver these kinds of treatments. She is amazing. I have seen her, I think, for like 6 years now. So let me talk about the treatment. So Profilo is a subdermal injection of skincare, basically. Goes underneath the skin and helps to bolster your body's own ability to create its own collagen. So it delivers those ingredients underneath the skin, and then they dissipate. and they help to build that good skin from the inside out, as opposed to other ingredients which we put on topically, which go from the outside in. It's the only thing that I've ever had that you can see significant, noticeable difference within 6 months. You have an initial treatment, and then a month later you come back and have a second one, and then after that it's every 6 months after that. Obviously you don't have to go every 6 months after that, but should you want to, that would be the kind of time scale. I'll be 32 in just over 3 weeks. So in terms of fine lines, and in terms of this like skin laxity, it kind of like builds that scaffolding underneath, and kind of like you don't get this kind of effect. And it's definitely not a replacement for a facelift, but I don't want that look anyways. For me, it's always about a subtle, healthy look. So that is the result that I got from this treatment, is a glow from the inside, a lift, a smoothing out of fine lines. And then I also just love to go and see Allysun, because we just have a good chat. She's got cats and I love cats. So basically just go for an hour to talk about cats. My special mention for this category is Skin and Me. Skin and Me is a personalized skincare provider, but the way I would describe it is that it's dermatologist prescribed skincare. So you can't buy some of the ingredients at these percentages over the counter. The thing that makes this different is that you're not paying expensive amounts of money to book in with a dermatologist. You're inputting your information, taking your photos, sending them through on their website, and then a dermatologist reviews your skincare needs, looks at the pictures. It could be acne, fine lines, brightness, hyperpigmentation, anything that's a skincare concern. They take a look at it, then they create this personalized vial that gets sent to you you can see I've used this, it gets sent to you every month, and it's got a little clicker in there. It disperses the right amount of product for you, and you pop this on at night. So they created for me tretinoin, niacinamide, and azelaic acid. Tretinoin is prescription only retinol, vitamin A. Cannot get this at this strength over the counter. The effects that I saw from this was an increase in brightness, a evening out of the fine lines underneath this area. It gives you a glow. So that is my special mention. Category 6 is fitness class. My winner for this year has to be Climb to the Beat Versa Climbing at BXR. Okay, so yes, I teach this now as a concept, but independently, as someone who has discovered this year, first of all, it's completely unique in the fitness market, in the London fitness market. It is lower impact and it's full body. With spin class, you're limited to that lower body aspect. With the climber, you're moving your whole entire body. It's low impact, so although it's cardio, it's not running, so you don't have that high impact aspect. So it's good for those people that have knee issues or anything like that. The community around it is really, really great. I really enjoyed starting to teach it. I'd love to see you in my class, but any of the instructors, go along, give it a go. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but at least you've given it a try. It's something that's super unique, and that's my winner for this year. My special mention is going to be mat Pilates at BLOK. I also qualified as a Pilates teacher this year, but as I was qualifying, it's super important for me to go out and experience what Pilates looks like in lots of different studios, just to have a look at how it's taught, how the instructor teaches, to be able to get that exposure of what it looks like to be in a class, what it feels like to be in a class. I was regularly attending the Shoreditch BLOK, and the quality of Pilates there is amazing. The instructors were really great, and the studio is also really nice. Category number 7 is wellness services. My winner for this year is infrared sauna at London Cryo. I go to the city location. I believe they've got 2 other locations. I use the infrared sauna. They also have a shower in there. So what I like to do is do 20-40 minutes in the infrared sauna and then go straight from there into a cold shower. The team at London Cryo, the receptionist team, they are amazing. They've always been so welcoming. They remember you by name, or at least they read your name and call you by your name. And everything's always set up so beautifully. It's always clean. They give you water, they give you electrolytes and fresh towels. And it's always been a very peaceful and relaxing experience. I've just used it as a way to kind of regulate my nervous system and also just to help me relax. Yeah, so the service that's been provided there is very excellent. My special mention for this category is actually one that featured last year, but I'm continuing to use it and I continue to recommend it. It is Babylon, which is the health app, which you can either go private or you can use their app to navigate the NHS services. I believe they're now called eMed. It's the way that I book my GP appointments. I have online GP appointments. You can do telephone calls or you can do like FaceTimes. They have so many different services you can access. GP, nurse practitioners, sexual health, mental health, test results, just admin stuff. You can access everything on there. If you do need to, they have standalone clinics that you can come in after to have your blood tests done and also to be seen if you need examinations and that kind of thing. Even if you're waiting for those appointments, which is the reality of the NHS, at least you're having a nice person on the end of it and you actually feel like you're getting somewhere rather than just being like stuck in that NHS no man's land. They always have help to provide to you. Okay, so what does 2024 have to have in store? I have got a watch list of a couple of things that I have my eye on for 2024. Continuous glucose monitors. Now, I have actually been using the pinprick glucose monitor, going into a keto process and having a sort of experiment with myself and what that feels like. With the PCOS, for me, dropping my carbs has been an absolute necessity this year, and it's made the most massive impact in my life. I believe there's one called Zoe and another one called Lingo that has just emerged into the market. I would be intrigued to see how my glucose spans out over, like a day, a week, a month. This year, I didn't have a tech category, and that was a conscious thing because I didn't feel like there was much progression in tech than we've seen over the previous years. I think, pandemic days, there was Peloton, there was lots of like Whoop straps, the Apple Watch. These have been out for a while now, and I don't really see any significant difference. Nothing that's kind of caught my attention this year that I've even integrated into my life additional in this year. The only thing I would have done would have been the glucose monitor. That's probably going to be something you'll see into 2024. Second one is NAD. You can either get it done intravenously through a drip or you can get it done through injection. I believe you can take it as a supplement, but I'm not quite sure about the efficacy of taking it as an oral tablet. I'll need to look into that more. Been raved about for increasing energy levels, improving mood, improving recovery rate. It is very expensive. There's some that you can buy at home. I think each vial is about between 350 to 500. But with all these things, if it works, then it might be worth the price. There's some companies that do it, which NAD at home is one, and then also intravenous, there is a company in London called Human, which is providing that. So I'll be really interested to give those a go. In 2024, I will be continuing my experiments with hot and cold exposure therapy. There is a new wellness space opening in Shoreditch called Sauna Plunge. They are going to be installing infrared and Nordic Swedish saunas, so like a dry sauna and then an infrared sauna. Also a variety of different temperature plunge pools, ice baths. So I'll be interested to go and check that out once it opens. I believe it's going to be preliminary February, so I'll be checking that out. Lymphatic massage and the lymph system, I believe, is going to have a moment in 2024. I have a friend called Carli who She is like the expert in lymphatic massage. She is extremely knowledgeable. Her company is called Carli Hands, and she does lymphatic drainage, massage, along with nutrition and things that support overall health. So definitely go and check her out. I shall link her in there. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that was an insightful look into things that worked for me in the past year. And if they think they could work for you also, I can thoroughly recommend all of these. I believe that the importance of recommendations and referrals will always speak volumes way over marketing and advertising. That's important, but word of mouth and recommendation is a really good sign that something is worth your money. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.